Hello and welcome to the I Do Wedding Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Nina Adio, a social media marketing expert specific to the wedding industry. On this show, I discuss tips to help you DIY your social media, as well as getting the confidence and income to outsource it. Thank you for allowing this episode to come through on your Bluetooth, your car radio, wherever it may be you're listening from today. Now, let's take your wedding business to the next level. Hello, friends, and welcome back to the I Do Wedding Marketing Podcast. If this is your first time here, hello. It's great to meet you. My name is Nina Adio. I am passionate about social media and the wedding industry, and I fused them together in my business, I Do Wedding Marketing. So today we're going to talk about what is a big component of social media, which is vertical video content. And specifically in this episode, I think it will be a pretty short one. We're going to be talking about shortcuts for getting vertical content or for creating it. The first item, hack, tip that I want to talk about I got from my good friend, the Latasha James, on Instagram and on her Freelance Friday podcast. And this is an app called Chopcast. This is a great app to use if you have long form content that you're authorized to use. So, for example, I started at the start of December. I was talking about why I started recording my podcast. And it's not because I was posting the long form content, but what I was doing is taking that long form video, putting it into this app, and it would chop it up. So I would have real sized clips. This app is called Chopcast. And what you do is, for example, let's say you have a wedding trailer and you just want some clips that are going to work well in Reels. You could upload that file into Chopcast, and then you are getting highlights already automatically done up to be Reels. When I do an audio for it, so for example, if you have done a podcast interview, if you do your own podcast, after I record, I upload the file and it translates the sound bites. It's amazing. It takes what is the most kind of informative, and it's AI generated. You can pay to have a person do it. You can pay extra. I do pay for the service of Chopcast, and it automatically just sections it off. So I have these 30-second to 90-second sound bites and clips that I then have been using for Reels on TikTok, etc., to promote the podcast episodes. So if you are looking to easily translate your long form content into short form sound bites and Reels clips, then Chopcast is definitely something to check out. You can head over to my Instagram, which is I Do Wedding Marketing, or it's the same on TikTok, to see how I've been using them and how I have been doing it. And what I've been noticing in general when using more content, let's say, when posting more reels, posting more whatever, is that it's not it's not a front end vanity metric thing. What I'm seeing the podcast grow, even though these posts are not showing a bunch of likes and a bunch of traction. So that's something to keep in mind, that even though you may not be seeing on the vanity level, right, of the stats that everybody is seeing, you may not be seeing huge growth, but knowing that every time I post one of those that I'm getting new listeners, it's like, wow, this is a huge and amazing thing. So having these tricks or tips or programs to help you be able to post more really can pay off, because your return can grow pretty exponentially based on how much you're paying for the program. Let me see what Chopcast is at right now. So Chopcast does start free and then is a minimum of $12 a month paid annually or $19 a month paid monthly. So I definitely think that is something to look into. Now, the next service I've been using, this one is paid for as well, but listen, because it has opportunities where you can actually make money back, which is really exciting. It's called Grid Bank, and you might be seeing ads for it in your Instagram feed. That's how I discovered it. But it is a stock vertical video site, and I'm loving what I'm finding on there because it is very influencer heavy type of content. So I purchased the middle tier, which is where you get 25 vertical videos that you can download and select from a month, and you can use them any way you'd like. And I've been finding wedding stuff, I've been finding content creator stuff, and naturally for me, I've been using them for reels and I can use them for client reels and so forth. If you don't have the bandwidth I do when it comes to posting, I think investing in this in just a month or two, you get 50 videos in that time frame. You could really use those for a long time, and that can last you quite a bit. What's exciting about Grid Bank is that you also can be a Grid Bank creator, which means you can upload vertical content to be used on the platform and get paid for your vertical content. So I would not upload anything that you're not comfortable being used commercially by other people. But if you have some vertical sunset photos or just random things that you want to upload, you can make some money back that way. Now, I was confident enough that I was going to love GridBank that I signed up yearly. If you were to get the plan I have monthly, it's $59 a month. The personal plan is $45 a month, and you're getting 10 downloads. Or if you're going to pay annually, what I paid was $564 a month. And then for the lower plan, it is $432 a month. So I am really excited about Grid Bank, so much so that I didn't even know if I wanted to talk about it here. But it is, I'm finding the content very refreshing because it's stuff that is, for the most part, created on cell phones for cell phone use, for social media use. So it's looking really nice. So you can also check out what I've been posting at I Do Wedding Marketing on Instagram and TikTok and see if you can figure out which have been those grid bank videos, or just send me a message and I will let you know which. Now, the next recommendation, there's a 2 week free trial for it. And this is for something with, if you need someone to give you more of the directive, if you want someone to tell you what to post, but you're not ready to to spend, 1,000 plus a month on a social media manager, you need something, in between to get you to that point, then you want to check out the Wed-Preneurs Content Club. And this gives you a lot more than just the vertical video templates. It gives you, I mean, email newsletter templates, social media templates and captions, blogs templates. It gives you everything really that you need to create content within this great community that Carissa Cruzy has created. She offers a 2 week free trial, so I will link that down below. But I find this to be at the price point of 47 a month. Look, you're not going to find a social media manager for that price. This gives you essentially done for you content and templates, including vertical templates. What you want to do to make the best use of it is you want to add in your own branding and add in your own flair and then post it. So Carissa really has her pulse on the industry, and she is great for people who are Not necessarily, it's not all just about luxury market. There are rooms for other types of wedding vendors and wedding professionals and wedding budgets and price points. And so she has a lot of content that works for that too, which is something that I really like. So not everybody is a booked out venue that has larger budgets to be able to put towards their marketing. And some people are just doing it all on their own. And if that is you, then I think the Wed-Preneurs Content Club is where you should start and do the 2 week trial, get some of that, see how you like her vertical video templates. And my goal, of course, with everybody is that they do so well on that that then they can afford to outsource to me. But but give it a try, and I will have that link down below. I think what's great is it's similar to Canva, right? We all love Canva, which is why I didn't even include it on this list. And what happens is, as you use Canva, you're able to tell pretty quickly whenever anybody is just throwing up a Canva template. So that's why having something else, something that is already designed for wedding industry professionals, can be really fantastic. It can help get your mind going of, all right, this is what I want to say, this is what I want to post. It already has it laid out and structured for you, but now you just add your flair. So I think it's a great place to see if it sparks your creativity. Also, she has a really fantastic Facebook group that once you're a member, you get to be a part of, which is fun. And I'm in there too. So of course, which goes without saying, is ChatGPT and Canva. If you purchase my ChatGPT for Wedding Marketing course, which I'll also put in the show notes, that has tutorials on using ChatGPT and Canva to create vertical video content or to get inspiration from it. So next week, I'm actually going to be having Carissa Cruzy on the podcast, and we're going to be talking more about content creation, which will be a lot of fun. But for now, I have been so inspired with testing out vertical video content that I wanted to talk about what I've been learning here. And later, probably at the end of January, I'm going to be doing a report on what changes did or didn't occur to my profile after posting 3 times a day, mostly reels, for an entire month straight. So a lot of the stuff I'm seeing is already happening kind of more behind the scenes and not necessarily on the front end. Ideally, I'd love for it to happen on both. So we will see what happens with that. But for now, guys, I will be back next Wedding Wednesday. And also, I want to give a quick shout out to the little flower shop in Iowa for the lovely review they left on this podcast. It is so nice when you get to know people through Instagram. We've chatted about the podcast and other things before, and seeing that review really started off my podcast year in a great way. So thank you for that. I'll see you next Wedding Wednesday, guys. Bye bye.